Oh yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. You might say stimulated. Uh, hey guys, welcome back to Tell Your Story. My name is Nason, and tonight we're talking about some fun. We're talking about stimulant addiction. Signs and symptoms. Here we go. All right, so if you haven't heard of stimulants before, we're talking about, it could be anywhere from coffee to sugar, just to meth, cocaine, all that good stuff. I did a quick Google search to give you guys sort of like a definition, and Google says that stimulants, it's a term that covers many drugs, including those that increase the activity in the central nervous system. If you didn't know, you probably use stimulants in your everyday life, and everyone uses some form of stimulant in today's society. Anything from coffee to energy drinks, even cigarettes with like nicotine, everyone uses some form of stimulant. And then, of course, it's also prescribed to us through things like Adderall to help with like ADD and things like that. The other side of stimulants is a little more, it's a little scarier, like there's meth, cocaine, amphetamines. These are things that are very illegal, and it can range so widely that you'll find teenagers, buying it from their friends to use it to focus for like maybe a test at school, all the way to the guy, in a trap house putting a needle in his arm to inject himself with meth. I got a couple of statistics from a website called the wellnessresourcecenter.com, and it suggested that almost 2/3 of young adults have the opportunity to abuse stimulants. Oh man, hit that like button if you're stimulated by this. Really, that's one of the reasons why it's so scary. I mean, you would not even really know if you were addicted to a stimulant. I mean, just to give you an example, if you're drinking more than 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day, you're addicted to a stimulant. If you have a smoking problem, I have one of those, nicotine is a stimulant and can be found in every cigarette known to man. So if you're using those on a daily basis, you are addicted to stimulants. Welcome to the world. If you know someone, say a loved one or just a friend who might be addicted to something a little more, precarious, such as say meth or cocaine or even Adderall, if you have a young teen or somebody younger who might be using them, I've got a couple of symptoms and things that you could look for that I got and listed, and they go from like behavioral to physical. So let's get started on that. As far as behavioral symptoms, we're going to start with deceptive behavior, like lying or stealing. The next thing we go with is like meeting with multiple doctors to get a prescription. You'd be surprised how common this is. Corey works in the health field, and a lot of people, are like, well, I just saw this doctor and he said no, so I came to you. Yeah, that person probably has a problem. The next thing I've got on there is excessive energy or motivation, followed by like huge crashes. I don't know if you've ever had like 8 cups of coffee or 3 energy drinks at a time, but at the end, like once the dopamine's gone away and the sugar wears off, you just feel absolutely exhausted. A few of the physical like symptoms you might look for would be twitching, rapid heartbeat, weight loss, profuse sweating. I don't know if you've ever seen somebody addicted to meth, but like they will lose 40, 50 pounds in a very short amount of time. When I drink too much coffee, like my left eyelid starts to twitch, like it's just crazy. But those are the kinds of common symptoms you'll see when you're addicted to something that just overstimulates your nervous system. Believe it or not, a couple of years ago, I thought it'd be a smart idea to take like half of a pill that my buddy gave me for Adderall. I thought, I guess the thinking was that my mind was so scattered at work and I couldn't concentrate. Maybe if I take a little bit of Adderall, that'll help things. Let me tell you what happened. My heart felt like it was coming out of my chest. I was profusely sweating. And not only did I not focus, but I was just scatterbrained for the rest of the day. And the crash that came afterwards, I slept for hours. Abusing stimulants can have like a super notorious effect on the brain. And what we really don't want to find is that someone has been using these for so long that they have memory loss, they have liver failure. I mean, there are some really big consequences in using stimulants for a long period of time. And the coming down off of that, man, like the recovery, oh, it's harsh. Using stimulants too often can cause the body to go into like a readjustment phase. It's also known as withdrawal. And coming off of stimulants means that you could literally go into seizures, have migraines. I mean, it is a death threat when you overuse stimulants. So definitely seek out help. If this like pertains to you or someone that you know, we want to get back on the straight and narrow to the road of recovery. Anyway, that's all I've got for tonight, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.